It might be working this time. If you want to try refreshing, is it showing up?
It says
Not seeing it on the studio.
barrel kiln loading upcoming from 11:14 and then
Nice. So I think it should be working.
and then it says waiting.
Try closing YouTube and reopening it, maybe? Or do I have to do something?
Well, it says you're live. Oh.
Did it let you join? Yeah? Cool. Try messaging something and I'm gonna get out there and get to work. Thank you. Alrighty. See here, hopefully the internet reaches all the way out. I think it should. Yeah, set you guys down for just a second. Get my tripod. There we go. Let's see here. Pretty sure I bought a broken tripod though, so it doesn't actually lock into place. There we go. Now I can see chat as well. Cool. There we go. Ready? This is what we've got going on. Actually, Zoe, can you tell me if the audio is working? If you can hear everything okay? Let me drag this over too. Cool. Set those off to the side and we'll go through them. So I just emptied out the barrel and it was a little wet, so I let it dry out for a little bit. And I think it'll be good now. But I'm also going to try something new, something a little bit new. A way of firing in the drum that I haven't done before, so we're going to give that a shot too. Whoa, this one's dry. I'll get some kindling ready as well. Because what we're going to do is it's going to be primarily charcoal. I'm really low on sawdust, so I'm only going to be able to use sawdust for just the base layer to kind of cushion the pots. There we go. Wasn't so much kindling. I did collect this stuff though, which is a bit more, it's more smaller things. And I want to chop this bad boy up. That out of the way. Got the handy dandy Japanese saw again. Wish I had something better to set this up on. Maybe I'll go the other way with it here. I think maybe, I don't know. I hope I found a way around it because I am doing this off my phone right now. because YouTube doesn't want to let me vertical stream, even though I've surpassed all the requirements that they have. And it's been 3 days now, because I hit my 50 subs on Wednesday. I believe it was Wednesday when I did the other stream. See if I can break this off now. There we go. I'm also not sure. I'm doing this through Streamlabs right now. So I'm not sure if YouTube is going to actually push my stream out there, because I'm not actually streaming through YouTube. So, but I guess I'm simply just using my phone as the webcam now. Can't believe how much I actually use this saw. It has been so handy. So it's, the way I'm going to do it differently this time is normally I would just layer my pots up with sawdust and charcoal and let it burn all the way through. But this time I'm actually going to use one of these chicken wire things that I have and kind of use that as a dome around the pots. And that'll keep the fuel off of them directly, and I'm hoping these planters come out a nice red color. Very clean, just a clean red terracotta planter is what I'm going for. There we go, another good log. Can't have them too big, obviously, because the width of the barrel isn't that big itself. So, there we go. Cut up another piece. What this wood is going to do, it's going to build up a nice hot bed of coals that'll really get all of the charcoal lit, which is important. Yeah, I don't know. You see if people start trickling in here. But I'm not sure if YouTube isn't going to push it out because I'm not really doing it off there. But anyway, I'm just happy I get to do it. Hopefully. It looks like it's all working properly. So, I think we're good. I think next time I do it, I'll definitely make the chat bubble a bit bigger so it's easier for me to see. Here we go. I don't really worry about wearing eye protectors because I got glasses. Nature said I need to always have eye protectors. There we go. Another nice piece. And I think that actually might be about enough. If we end up needing more, I can always chop some more. But yeah, I think that's about everything we need to get started here. Let me go through and I'll showcase these pots real quick. We'll go through them all, and then we'll go through them again as each of them go into the barrel. But We have 6 planters here. We got a Japanese tea bowl that I sgraffitoed on, and then just this cup that I sgraffitoed a little fern on. So I guess we'll start here since this one's already in my hand. But here it is. I did this on my white clay body, and then took the same red that you see those pots thrown in, while the pot itself was still wet, and I just used the red slip and paint that around. And then after it dried, I was able to take a ball tool and just carve off some of that red so the white lines show through. Really neat. And just simple little teacup. Fits nicely in the hand, not too big, not too small. There's that. And I had these guys sitting in the sun for a while to just preheat them a little bit. Now that we're in the shade, they're not as warm, but here's that tea bowl up close. Just did a simple repeating pattern. Same thing, carved it out with that melon. Still want to call it a melon baller. Ooh, the mosquitoes are coming at me now. Alright. Once we get the fire going, I think they'll stay away. So this is a planter. Drilled 2 holes in at the bottom. It's a flat bottom, so I think all of these here are flat bottomed planters, so the intention is that they hang. I've been crocheting, or macrameing, excuse me, some planter hangers, I guess. So that's the intention here, because obviously if you have the flat bottom, you just set it on there, the drain holes aren't going to do much. So, and then I just gave this a little bit of a wavy rim. Just give it some extra character. Simple form. This guy, same deal. Flat bottom, 2 drain holes, meant to hang. Just put 2 simple detail lines in there, nothing crazy. Have a little foot protruding out, and yeah, super cute pot, nice bulky rim. It's pretty light, but still has a good thickness in the walls, I feel, that you want for a planter. So, pretty nice one. Here's this one, very similar form, I just don't have those detail lines in. This one was just very clean finish. Still flat bottom, some holes in the bottom meant to hang. But yeah, I just went for the very, very clean, smooth surface finish, because that's what some people enjoy. Just they want a pot to put their plants in. So yeah, not a whole lot going on here, but we'll see if it survives the fire. This one here, a little bit of like a fluted shape. Very interesting, almost hourglassy, just not that sharp. Still got those 2 holes at the bottom, flat bottom, so it's meant to hang. And again, just a very clean, uniform exterior on here. So we'll see what it comes out as. Like I said, I'm hoping to keep the fuel off of these pots, so I'm not looking to get a lot of those really dark black carbon stains on these pots. I'm trying to keep them just their raw clay body. This one was a bowl to begin with, and then I was like, you know what, I'm drilling some holes in this one too. So it's also a planter. Flat bottom, it's supposed to hang. Get this little chippy off here. There we go, don't want that. Little chippies we can just pluck off now, and if we waited until after the fire, they'll be pretty much glued on. I guess I could sand them off after the fire too, but I don't know where my diamond sand block went. But anyway, very simple form again. Clean on the outside. Just looking for the raw clay to show through. See what it'll give us. And on to the last one. This bottom's a bit thicker. This was another planter that I wanted to carve up a bit at the bottom, but that didn't end up happening because it got too dry. So here it is, just slightly V-shaped, and again, just very clean. No additional detail. Just gonna let the clay really speak for itself and see what the barrel will do to it. So there we go. Let me move these out of the way now. And we will start off with our sawdust. And I don't really have much sawdust at all left, less than half a bag, so we'll just use all this at the bottom, just to give it that cushion, and this will all smolder and burn out as well as the firing goes. Mosquitoes are ruthless right now. Trying to get all that sawdust out. Okay. Just spreading that out so it's even at the bottom. Just as, I mean, I guess as even as we can be. Oh, another thing I should have mentioned, we're probably not fitting all of these in this barrel, but we're gonna try, because it's nice to get the most out of your kiln. But you also need to keep in mind about like the bigger possibility for explosions and stuff. So we're gonna start with our bigger, more heavier pieces, and those are what are gonna be on the bottom, because it's possible that these pieces will fall onto each other during the firing. So we have to keep that in mind. We don't want this big piece falling on top of my little teacup there, you know. So we're just gonna go in here. This one isn't quite big enough to have something inside of it, but this one I think is. So I'm gonna put that larger one upside down, and this guy I'm gonna put up like this. And here, I'll show you. And my intention is to nest that guy right in there, and he's gonna sit right on the bottom, you can see, and that is totally fine, because we have no glaze in this kiln. The pots won't fuse together. Normally in like a glaze firing, if both of these pots were glazed, or if one of these pots were glazed on the inside, or if this one on the outside, the glaze would melt and just harden itself to the other pot. But we don't have to worry about that here. This is essentially going to be the bisque firing. But I don't really do an extra firing unless there's a desired look that I'm going for. I won't do an additional firing on a pot. Or if it didn't get fully fired through, sometimes parts of the barrel don't get hot enough, so they'll have to go in again, in hopes to reach the correct temperature. But I'm just gonna nest this one right inside and set them down in here. Small bit of space. I'm going to take this T-bowl, I believe, and also put that right on top of the other pots that were nested in. And I think I'm going to do it like that, almost like a lid. There we go, it actually nested right in there too. So we'll see if we get any explosions out of that. But the explosions are fun too, in my opinion. Alright, this guy also has a little bit of a heavy bottom. Not too crazy, but a bit more than I would normally like, I suppose. So he's also going to be on the bottom. I think I have to scoot all these guys over a little bit so we can kind of get a triangle in the center here. So I'm just going to slide him over and slide him right in next to it. And I actually really like that. They all look pretty safe. They're nested right on a comfy bed of sawdust. And then here's where my change is going to go. Normally I would dump my charcoals right on top of these, but I'm actually going to use this and dome it over the pots, and that will keep the charcoal off of them. And we will see how that works. Okay, it's a little big. Normally I have this upside down like this as a catch at the bottom, and it also lifts the pots up off of it so I can get more of a circulation in. But we're trying something different this time. There we go. There we go. Okay, that went all the way down. And now our charcoal is going to go around and on top of this. And we'll see. So we still have 3 that didn't make it in yet, and I'm thinking if there'd be a way that I can balance these guys on top. I wonder if I put some charcoal in now. I have another piece of this wire, so those last 3 would be on top of some charcoal, but then I could put a wire on top of them to keep any additional charcoal coming at them, maybe. I don't know if that will burn good though. Let me put some charcoal in and then we'll see how we're looking. Well, let me actually pull you guys in now and just give you a quick show. Hopefully my phone stays connected and hopefully you guys can see this, but the pots are right under there in under that grate, under that chicken wire, and that is hopefully what's going to keep the fuel off of them. Sorry about the shake. That should level itself out. Okay. So that's what we're looking like right now. I have a little bit of charcoal left in this box of charcoal. So we're just gonna dump some of this in here. Oh, the skeeters. Alright, get all that in there. Cool. Finish off that bag. Whew. And I got one more bag of lump charcoal here, just to kind of fill the space out a bit quicker. There we go. So I got the cowboy charcoal. The cowboys out here. I'm gonna load this up a little bit more. It's definitely keeping it off of them, which is good. On a Saturday to be streaming or what? What's the problem here? It's the chat. Do I need to reload the chat? No, that should be working fine. Okay. Alrighty. Well, so we'll just keep going. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Let's do it. Let me see if we can nest these 2. These 2 seem to nest nicely, so I'm gonna go ahead and have that. There we go, they're just resting right on the charcoals. And then this guy, our last one, he's just gonna be all alone. I don't think I'm actually gonna use this. I really don't think it's necessary since they're already on top of charcoal. So these ones are going to get a bit darker, but I guess I can hope that the ones that are protected. Ooh, double mosquito attack. Oh! Guys get the combo? Guys hit the skeeters with that combo, dude? Just filling it up. I don't want to just dump it in there because I don't want like a bigger piece of charcoal to come in and just take a pot out, you know. And I'd like to think I'm placing these methodically. Now that they're mostly covered, go ahead and give it a dunk. There we go. We have about maybe 2 inches of charcoal above the top of the above the top of the pots. Yeah, I'd say about 2 inches of it. So now we're gonna essentially build a campfire on top of these. and yeah, we will let that build up and burn, and it will create a nice bed of coals, and then we'll cover that and let that smolder all the way through. Got some more. Saw this good stick right here, so figured I'd grab that and snap it up real quick. Never hurts to have a little extra kindling. So, let's see, got this newspaper I brought out. Your classic fire starter. Just gonna ball it up, throw a bunch of it in here. And it looks like I did forget to grab the torch, so I'm gonna have to run in and grab the torch real quick. But it'll only take me a second. We get this built up. Let's see, we got anybody else in here? No? Not yet. Maybe once we get that fire going, that's when all the fire bugs will come in. Oh, thanks for bringing that. We're still alive, right? Mm-hmm. It's really weird. I don't know why there's nobody else in here. No? Thanks. Oh, fantastic. You want to make a post that I'm live for me? Thank you. And maybe shoot my mom a message and she'll make one too. This is more than enough newspaper at this point. It's overkill, but just want to use it up. Now we grab some kindling. Just going like rough teepee style. Nothing crazy. We're just trying to, like I said, build up those coals. Yeah, just loading this up. Cannot have too much in there. And I'll probably start with these guys here. Set these guys over here. There we go. And I have no doubt that this won't start, but never hurts to have a little help. Right? We just got the Coleman here. The trusty Coleman. There we go. We're off to the races now. These logs actually seem like they're a little damp. I don't know if I should try to burn them. This one not so bad. Not so bad at all. I don't know, what do they say? You can put it on your cheek? Is that what it is? And if it feels cold, that means there's moisture in it? Let's see. I'm going to cut this guy in half so I can get him on 2 parts here. Love that dang saw. So nice. This wood might have been a little wet. but I think we're good. Pretty sure we're starting to catch in a few spots here. Gonna go ahead and chop up. Slide this over a bit more. Chop up some more of this big log here. While that gets going, yeah, that's definitely catching. There we go. I can just set this off to the side now. There's a lot of fuel in there, so we can let that burn for a bit. You can feel the heat from over here. It's hot. Skeeters already seem to leave me alone now. Like I said, once I got that fire going, I figured they'd be gone. Whew. Yeah, it's going good. So you got to keep an ear out. You'll hear a big like pop, and when you hear that, that's when you know a pot broke. And we're not hoping to hear that. We only like to break pots for celebration. It's like my buddy was telling me like last night in Greece when they smashed the plates. We only smash pots for celebration. Oh, we're gonna throw another log on here so it can start catching. Yes, I guess so. We also smash pots for fun. But it's also fun to celebrate. You can hear that lump charcoal starting to get lit. Oh, you know we're lit. This log is getting thicker and seeming more hard to cut through all of a sudden. Ooh, that's an awful noise. Almost there. There we go. Another log. Oh yeah. It's going good. Says we got 2 people in here. Let me get out of the way of the fire. Don't want to block the fire. Yeah, and it seems like the internet is stable enough out here even without my service to back it up. Let's see here. Oh yeah, we're still good. Alrighty, so yeah, we got this barrel going. We did manage to fit all of the pots in. There were 6 planters and a cup and like 1 teacup and 1 Japanese tea bowl that I sgraffitoed. Dang mosquitoes, they're back. Mosquitoes are back. But haven't heard any explosions yet, so that's good. And we're just gonna keep this fire going. Trying to build up a nice bed of coals, so when we put the lid on there, it can just smolder all the way through the barrel and fire the pots for us. At least that's the idea. So definitely already building up those coals. I did wish I had a bit more sawdust to add in there to kind of cushion the pots a bit more, but we didn't. So we'll see what comes out of this. It's always the exciting part. You never know what's going to come out, what's going to survive. I just have the barrel propped up on 2 old brake rotors from my car. Just to keep it lifted off the ground. And I also have holes drilled in the bottom, and that allows to get better airflow, almost like sucking air up to the bottom and shooting it out the top. At least that's the idea. So, alright, I'm going to chop this guy in half so he can fit in the barrel a bit better. And of course with the trusty Japanese saw. Hey Mom! Thank you. I was borderline if I looked ridiculous or not, but I kept it on. So I can see we're kind of lacking on this side here a little bit. So I'm going to try to find some more smaller things I can add in there to kind of kickstart it. We definitely have some coals down there, but it's already kind of starting to smolder out. I'm just going to collect some of these smaller things here and just try to get that going again. There we go. Yeah, as soon as I toss these guys in, they instantly lit. And now also in the back here, it seems like we're starting to lose some traction. You see, I'm not seeing any more smaller things laying around here. Found a couple, and it looks like it's also starting to even itself out on its own. Yeah, it's kind of just making its way around the barrel. We have a lot of larger fuel in there, so it's just taking its time to really get going. Flame just completely died out there, but we have plenty of super hot coals. I'm not sure. I think that the wood that I'm using is just a hair too damp. So hopefully we can get all that out before it makes its way through, which I think we will. It's drying out. I can hear all of the water escaping from it right now. So once these get a bit more dry, see, there you go. They're gonna light right back up on their own. Oh yeah. Still looks like we're losing a bit of traction on this side here. Ooh, just got hit with some smoke. There we go. And the other thing is this wood should be far enough from the pots themselves that the pots shouldn't be absorbing any of this moisture, which would definitely cause them to explode in the kiln. And like I said, I had them sitting out in the sun for about an hour prior, so they kind of dried up a bit more and heated up a little bit, almost like a preheat. But sometimes you can preheat in the oven. If you do like a fire in the ground, you can lay your pots around that fire, and it will, the radiant heat will slowly warm the pots as you turn them around, and that's a good way to preheat the pots as well. And that just helps them, less of that thermoshock, especially because in the barrel the temperature rises so quickly, and it's hard to control that. So it's definitely nice to have them preheated. It's just that one less step that they kind of have to go through. A lot of the bigger pieces are starting to burn through. And once those are done burning, I think there'll be just a good enough amount of coals on there to let simmer, smolder all the way through. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit, get my my plastic out off the ground and into an empty bag and all that. There we go. And then we used about 3/4 of this bag, and there was very little bit left of the other stuff. So I'd say it took about a 3/4 bag of lump charcoal to fill up this smaller oil drum, which is not bad at all. I believe that bag of charcoal was $12, $13. So $13 for a whole firing isn't that bad at all. I guess plus the wood, but I have a whole wood pile that's been building up, so I can just pull from there and chop up what I need. Helps that I have the trusty Japanese handsaw. Works out great. Oh, what a gorgeous day out, though. It is beautiful. Hey, Joel. How's it going, man? I found a way, I think. Let me know how the stream looks, but I think I found a way to get around it. I'm recording on my phone right now. So hopefully we made it. Hopefully we don't get punished for it, I guess, by YouTube. But, oh, Smokey might be making a guest star appearance. Yeah. Have you been practicing any more with your sling, Joel? Oh, smokester. She's like a tree. Oh my goodness.
My phone's here.
Wow, you got so much to say. Oh, your phone came in? Are you gonna go get it?
Yeah.
Smokey. Smokey, Smokey, Smokey.
She's on an
Smokey,
big tree.
Smokey, Smokey. Big tree. Want to climb. Smokey's taking all the attention. No fire. Here, I don't need to be in here. Just, it's Smokey. Smokey's a potter. Don't let it run. Alright, let's check on this fire.
Okay.
Just wants to be outside. So is it streaming a horizontal stream, but vertically? Or is it streaming to the shorts? Zoe, do you know? Is it full screen? Can you bring your phone out so I can see? Because I don't have a way to preview it. Thank you. So half of our barrel here is starting to die down, so I'm gonna give it a little juice here. Oh, actually, never mind. It's just, again, making its way around. Oh, it is to the shore. Awesome. Oh, you were way back. All good. I have been going for a little bit. But I have 6 planters and a teacup and then a Japanese tea bowl that I sgraffitoed on. And I was able to fit it all in there. We haven't heard any explosions yet. So, fingers crossed. So far so good, you know? A little oxygen always helps. Joel said it is to the short. Wow. I guess I did find a way around it. You heading to go get your phone?
I am.
Alrighty.
Check up on my mom.
Yep.
This is her this morning.
Nice. Jeez, love you. Right on, man. How long does this process take? So, like how long it took me to get the barrel going, because it probably took me 30 minutes before I was ready. So Joel, back when I used to stream on Twitch, I have Streamlabs downloaded on my phone. So I'm streaming on Streamlabs, broadcasting to YouTube. And I mean, it seems to be working fine. And I was able to play around, like you can see the chat on the screen, with like, you know, the little subscribers, you know, notifications on the side. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. And I might keep it like this. I don't know. We'll see. I thought this would be broadcasting to the horizontal, not to the shorts feed. So, really happy with that. But yeah, man, completely free too. Streamlabs is completely free. So, go ahead and give it a shot yourself. Because YouTube is certainly taking their sweet old time with me to determine that I have completed all of their requirements. And yeah, definitely not too happy. I was speaking with a YouTube representative yesterday morning and they were not any help at all. They said it's all an automated process, and I said, well, it is disappointing that yeah, me too, Joel. Same exact thing. And I told the YouTube representative, I said it is really disappointing that their prerequisites to go. So that was pot exploding. So I did say like that. Yeah, it is disappointing that they're misleading. Yeah, so those all those pops right there were just an explosion. Here, let me pull you guys in real quick. That top planter with the wavy rim, I think, is what just exploded. Let me see if I can get. Ah! Whoa! Another explosion. Maybe the moisture in the wood is a bit too much, but I think all the pots on the bottom will turn out fine, which is what's more so important for me. 2 days to 2 weeks. Yeah, exactly. But what's upsetting is that they say it only takes 24 hours. So they shouldn't be misrepresenting their requirements like that if that's not what they actually do. So I don't know. If this is how they want me to do it, this is how I'm going to do it, I guess. So, but I don't know, man. Give it a shot yourself. You know, it seems to be working out fine. I think the only thing is, because I'm not streaming from YouTube, I'm doing it off of the Streamlabs. I don't think YouTube is actually pushing it out very much. So, I don't know. So that explosion could have been caused by a couple things here. The pot could have been being unevenly heated at a rapid rate. so that would cause an explosion. Another reason would be if any of the steam that was coming off of those logs that were a little bit damp, if any of that got absorbed by the pot and then it started boiling again, made it explode. Those are the two main reasons I'd say that would have happened right now. Some other things that could be the case, but I don't believe would be, is if my clay wasn't fully wedged properly, or if I somehow incorporated air into the clay while I was throwing or wedging. But I don't really have that issue. The breaks that I see, we'll be able to decipher the breaks when we unload the kiln tomorrow. I plan to live stream unloading the kiln as well. So, like, sub, and hit that bell so you know to join back when we see what came out of the kiln, because we won't be able to touch anything in here for at least a day. It takes a long time to cool. So, but it did also only sound like one exploded, so it was that very top wavy rimmed planter, and the pot that was inside of it, I'm hoping is okay, but we will see. I'm just going to get something here to kind of stir these coals up. Just kind of spread them out a bit more evenly. Try to get some of these larger pieces burning. There we go. There we go. Sometimes you gotta do that. You gotta kind of reposition the burning and the coals. Did I post it? Oh, no, Joel, I actually totally forgot. If you want to do me a huge favor and throw it up on there, that'd be awesome, man. I'd actually greatly appreciate that. And then you also said, how long does each step take, like, set up the burn and cooling? So, yeah, like I said, it probably took me maybe 20 minutes before stream to get all my materials out here. I got the pots out here. I did let the pots sit in the sun for about an hour or two, if you want to count that as part of the process. I guess it is. So the pots dry up a bit more and kind of heat up in the sun. And then, so yeah, I'd probably say about 20 minutes, get all my charcoal out here, get the barrel in position, my tripod, all that, right? Took me about 30 minutes to actually load the barrel, and I did all that on stream. We went through the pots and everything. I'd say, yeah, 20 minutes, 30 minutes to load it. And then you just build a campfire on top, and it's been burning now for, I think, about 25 minutes since we got the fire going. And we'll probably keep it stoked for another 15, 20. I might add a little bit more fuel on top there to really get those thicker logs burned through and into charcoal themselves. And then we'll put a lid on it, and then it'll probably be about 20 hours before it's even cool enough to get in there and see what's going on. And even at that point, it's still a little warm, so I sometimes have to wear some heat gloves to touch everything. So, full process, I'd say 22 hours or so for the entire firing. Someone just came ripping down the street. Oh, and now they're splitting their tires. What the heck? I've never seen that car down this road before. I have a dead end. I live on a dead end, so like, there's really no traffic that comes down here other than people who are lost or people who live here. And Joel, again, thank you. That's really awesome. I appreciate it. I got so caught up in trying to figure out got so caught up in trying to figure out if this was going to work the way I wanted it to, and it absolutely does, which is great. Right on, you know your stuff, man. Yeah, I mean, this is probably my 100th, maybe not. I've probably done at least 50. I've done at least 50 barrel fires at this point. And every single one I've learned something new, absolutely. Whether the clay taught me or the actual firing process taught me, I always learn something from each firing, which is really cool. And another thing that I love about it, you know, I feel like a lot of potters get to the point where they have their electric kiln, they have their kiln schedule, they have what glazes that they use. You know, kind of like Chad was saying, he has only these four finishes, and he sticks to those. He knows exactly how they're going to fire. He knows exactly what he's going to do to the kiln each time he needs to fire. And that sounds, you know, that's still great. I would still enjoy that process, I think. But I think the barrel just adds so many more variables. And there's so much more to learn about it. But glaze chemistry is a whole thing on its own. So maybe someday I'll look at that. But whew. Yeah, Joel, you were saying, are you doing a class? Did you say you got into a class? Can't remember if it was you or not. You go take a look at the fire real quick. Woo! Just got hit with some smoke. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna add a little more wood to this. I got this smaller stick right here that I'm gonna chop up because I don't want to add another thick thing like this. It's in the fall. Yeah, okay. I thought I remembered you saying that. Yeah, man, that's awesome. You know, pottery class is the way to start. I am an oddity. I fully self-taught. I just decided to order a wheel online one day and went and got clay from Michael's and got to work, and just I've been throwing for years now. So very unconventional. Never had somebody to teach me or anything like that. Everything I've learned is on my own. But pottery class I could even still probably benefit from, you know, because I don't really, the fundamentals I've just done on my own, so there are probably some things I don't do proper, but you know, I get the job done. And it's with Mama Bear. Oh, that's gonna be great. Is she excited too? Here. Try not to flip this thing on me. Oh yeah, she gonna flip. This ain't stable. Drag it down. There we go. Just gonna throw these right in as I cut them. Yeah, these things are catching already. Oh yeah, she's really looking forward to it. Since she's retired, she's been doing a lot of art workshops and classes. Oh, awesome. I'm so inspired to see her in her mid-60s doing all this art. Wow, that's crazy. Like, that's awesome for her. Keeping the mind active like that is, you know, that's how you live a long life right there. She's been very artistic my whole life, but with 4 kids, hard to find time. Yeah, I can definitely hear you there. Not that I have any kids of my own, but I've always had little siblings, and they're awesome. But yeah, definitely cool that she's getting the time now, for sure. What was that other thing I was just about to say? Lost it. I'll tell you if it comes back to me. Oh, that's what it was. My grandpa, so Zoe, she does, she's been doing epoxy stuff, epoxy pouring, the resin and stuff, which is really, really cool. And just the other day, my grandpa mentioned to her that he has always wanted to try doing that. His brother, I guess, has done it in the past, and he's always wanted to try doing it. So, you know, we're working on getting my grandpa over here, so for a day, and him and Zoe can do some epoxy, which is really cool because he's at home with his cat. And again, like that artistic stuff, it's just great to keep your mind active like that. Woo! Woo! It's hot. It is quite hot. Joe, when I'm at the desktop, are you interested in being a mod on this channel too? If not, of course I wouldn't do that to you. But if you are, let me know and I'll go, when I'm at my desktop, I'll figure out how to do that for you. Oh, I'm getting smoked out. Whew. Last two here. Yes sir, don't know what I'm doing. Hey man. Moderation is just keeping an eye out on the chat, make sure people aren't doing anything crazy, you know? So any little bit helps, right? And if you're busy too, like you're busy too, it's totally fine. Normally when I'm in the other streams, I'm working in the studio myself or I'm at my day job, so I'm not always able to just be fully attentive to the chat. Jeez, I keep getting smoked out. Once these guys catch, they'll stop smoking so much. There we go. Still just trying to get these larger pieces to get burned all the way through. Because we need it to be all the way burned through when we put the lid on there. So, sweet man. And same goes for you. I'm willing to, if you need help with that too, I'm willing to be a mod on your stream as well. And I'll do what I can, so. Get my fire stick here. So last night I was actually planning on trying to do this, and I was going to roast up some bratwurst over the fire and eat them out here while we're waiting for this to burn and stuff. Alrighty, man. I'll see you in a few. And wow, we've already been going for over an hour. Very nice. Anyone who's still chilling, can you let me know if the 30 FPS is clear enough? If the quality is good and everything? It says I have good signal out here from the internet, so just want to double check. Yeah, they're starting to burn good. Oh, did I get some? Got some smoke on my face here. Thought it was on my glasses at first, but I guess it's on my face. Oh, I just heard the dryer go off. Yeah, we're starting to rip roar now. There's a whole little colony of ants down here. And they got these huge eggs. They're so gross. And they were under this table that I had that I moved. So when I moved it, they all started panicking and grabbing their eggs and running for cover, I guess. And there was probably like triple the amount than there is now. They've been moving it down there. Last night, those who are here from the Discord, I posted a picture, but there were 11 baby turkeys, but no mama that showed up. And you know, they came right under my fence here, and I had no way to corral them though. But I ran a Tractor Supply and I got some food for them and laid that out. And when I got back from Tractor Supply, they were all just huddled up together in a circle with their heads tucked, like sleeping. And I threw some food out for them, and they were gone when I woke up this morning. Came out to check on them, and they were gone, but so was all the food that I left. So hopefully they're all right. I don't know what they're on to now, but well, so far only one explosion. Not too bad. I went to a barcade last night, and they specialize in their wing sauces, and I got their maple bacon wing sauce, and ooh baby, that was tasty. That might have been another explosion. I don't know if those pops are coming up on camera. Actually, I think that was the same pot that just exploded in another spot. That's what it looks like. But yeah, I mean, pretty much at this point, it's just a waiting game. We gotta wait here until this fire dies out. All the burn, it's all burned through. And then we'll throw a lid on it, and we just let it sit, and we wait until it cools down. Well, burns all the way through and then cools down. I couldn't find my temperature gun. I might run and try to grab that real quick, so I can give you guys an idea of how hot this thing is right now. So I'll be right back. Thanks for keeping an eye on the fire, guys. Yo, what up, Sauce Man? Unfortunately, I could not find my temp gun, but generally around this point, the fire is ripping at around 750, 800 Celsius, which is pretty much the minimum temp. 800 Celsius is what we want to get the pots to. So, yeah. I also grabbed my coffee from this morning. I forgot it. I got the S'mores cold brew from Dunkin'. Pretty tasty. Just feeling classy today, I suppose. Oh, Joel's back. Yeah, so we're just waiting for these flames to die down, and then we'll put a lid on it. And if you guys want to see some throwing, I can do some throwing for you guys after. I might have to wedge up some clay, so you'll have to wedge some clay up with me, and then we can throw a couple things if you guys want before I end stream. Cool. Joel, I think you were gone when I asked, but yeah, it is really tasty. I don't know, I can't lie. It's pretty tasty. It's really sweet. Way more sweet than I would like my coffee. It's way too sweet for a cold brew too. But tasty nonetheless, I suppose. But Joel, I think you were gone when I was asking, but is the 30 FPS, like, does the quality of the stream look pretty good? Like clear and in focus and all that? I'm gonna go stir up the coals a little bit. Torch my stick. Yeah, after stirring that up, it really gets going. It's good, but probably my end, it is a little laggy. Okay, and yeah, it looks good, sounds good, y'all good. Okay, yeah, Sauce Man, I don't know, it might be. I do have full signal from my internet right here, but I did only set it to 30 FPS because I didn't know if my phone would be able to handle 60. It's not super hot out today. I think it's, only like 75 out here, upstate New York. And my phone doesn't seem to be overheating, so maybe I will try 60 FPS next time. Or I think there might be a 45 option too, so maybe I could try that, and it might smooth it out a little bit. But it also depends on the device you're watching on. If your device doesn't support, more than 30 FPS, then that obviously won't really matter to you. A Bluetooth, yes, yeah, like the clip-on ones like Jess has. When you walk back, they're fairly, it's not totally necessary, yeah, definitely something I'm gonna be looking for. I think when I'm at the wheel throwing, you'll be able to hear me okay, but maybe the wheel will be too loud, so it's definitely something that I should get regardless. And like you said, they're not too expensive. Hey Mandy, how's it going? How are you today? You're catching us towards the end of the barrel here, but I was just telling the guys that I can do some throwing after we throw the lid on this, if you guys wanted to see some throwing. Getting some weird gas buildup right there. Not sure how I feel about that. Cowboy emoji. Mandy, are you a cowgirl? Living on the dirt road with a cold beer, riding in my John Deere. Something like that, right? Oh, nice. There was a marshmallow whipped something on the top of this. It's the s'more, what was it? S'mores cold brew from Dunkin'. Yeah, Arkansas, you're out there. You're country enough, I think. It's pretty country up where I am, but not that kind of country. Looks like we still had quite a bit more fuel in there that needed to burn. Oh, Joel's a country boy. I can feel the heat from the barrel, and I'm like probably 7 feet away from it right now. Oh, thank you. I got my dad shorts on again. See? I thrifted these up in Ottawa when I was there visiting my buddy. And when I pulled them off the rack, he was like, "You're not seriously getting those, are you?" I was like, "What do you mean? They're like $8 Canadian. Of course I'm getting them. They're going to be my pottery shorts." That's right. I just need the white New Balances. I got white shoes on, but they're not New Balances. Hey, Heavenly, how's it going? It is, Joel. It is. I mean, look at this. I got the Burberry hat too. Just, you know, all the pattern. It's out of control over here. So, Heavenly, ayo. Is that your rapper name, Heavenly? Give this another little stir real quick. Stir in the pot. My witch's brew. That was my attempt at a witch laugh. Heavenly, we're firing right now. I got 6 planters. Well, 5 now. We heard one explode. But we got 6 planters in there. A Japanese tea bowl that I did some sgraffito design on. And teacup as well. So, we'll see what comes out. I plan to live stream tomorrow to unloading the barrel because we're not going to be able to get in there until tomorrow. I was telling Joel it'll be about 20 hours once we put the lid on before we can get in there. So, yeah, that's what we're up to. And then after we put the lid on here, maybe 10 minutes or so, I can do a quick little bit of throwing. All right, Heavenly, well, we'll throw some planters after this, yeah? And Mandy says the calf high white socks get grass stains on the shoes. Outfit will finally be complete. Yep, that's right. And then I just need the big old like tin coffee mug, you know. And then when I'm done mowing the lawn, I can look out at my creation. Look at the perfectly crafted lines. Smokey did make an appearance earlier too, so those cat lovers might want to scrub back a little bit to see Smokey. She was actually doing the firing. Not even, I wasn't even doing it. Alright. Done with that. I just got like a mouthful of syrup. Like whatever s'mores flavoring they put in there. Oh, Smokey is so regal. She's the queen of the household, that's for sure. Gotta give this another stir. Just trying to get everything burned up so when we put the lid on there, it evenly makes its way through. After stream yesterday, I got a ton of video suggestions for non-kiln firing. Well, now you'll probably even get some more, because this is a non-traditional kiln. Well, I guess you could argue this is a more traditional kiln. Oh yeah, we got a lot of red hot coals here. And we're definitely a lot hotter on this side right here than we are on this side, so that's kind of why I keep turning them as well. I'm trying to really get it all evenly heated. I carry this torch for all my potters out there. What am I burning? So mostly charcoal. Normally I would have a lot more sawdust in there, but I only had a little bit of sawdust left. So I put my sawdust in that I had, and it acted as a cushion for the bottom layer of pots. And then I filled the rest of the barrel with charcoal. Who's Codlack? Huzzah! And then I built like a campfire on top with, you know, just wood, you know, wood and newspaper, and let that burn. It's been burning for quite a while now, 45 minutes, I think, maybe. And we're just building up a nice bed of coals so it burns all the way through. Happy birthday! So for the lid, I got this galvanized steel bucket, and it fits perfectly on top. You can see I've drilled some holes in the top there to let a little bit of air to escape, because unless I'm doing a reduction firing, which is when I'm really going for the really dark black colors, I use this that has some... Ooh, there's a big old spider in there. Ooh. Where is he? There he is. Can you guys see him? Look at that spider. Sorry if anyone's scared of spiders, but... Oh, there's an even creepier one, like, in the middle. Look at him, he's by that leaf. He looks scary. Well, let me try to get these guys out, because I don't want to send them to... Where'd that other one go? Okay, I don't know where that other one went. Oh, I see him running. Oh, he's making a run for it. He's making a run for it. The other spider's still in here, though. Come on, little guy. Time to leave. There we go. Got him on the stick. He's a cool looking spider. There you go, little guy. Go live your life. I'm just gonna pop this right on. And there we go. Like your buddy, my buddy has some jumping spiders, very cool little creatures. So, like, he keeps them as like pets. If spiders are a pet. But yeah, so lid's on there now, and we just let it kind of smolder all the way through. And that's pretty much the end of the firing. So, oh, that's neat, Joel. So do you guys want to see some throwing, or what? What do we got going on? I said, hey, what's going on? Picking up all my trash. Oh yeah? Okay, guys. Okay. We can do some throwing. I can do that. Alright, you guys just keep an eye on the barrel for me for just a minute. I'm just gonna bring all my garbage out of the yard and stuff, and I'll be right back for you guys. I remember moving with my parents one time, and we were clearing out the storage unit. There was a juicy black widow in the corner. I was out of there in a blast. As you should. Okay guys, be right back. Did we hear any more explosions? There's such thing as a clear widow? Or do you actually mean window? Alright guys, we're on the move. Oh. We're going horizontal and the vertical now. Yeah, this tripod's broken. It doesn't lock. So, I bought a broken tripod. It's cool. I messed with it for so long. Alrighty. Here we go. Welcome to the studio. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Alright, we do have to wedge up some clay first though. I don't have any clay wedged up right now. So, do you guys want to see just some plain white? Well, if we do my white clay body, I would have to go get some new water. What do you need, Smokes? Come here. Come here. We gotta give the people what the people want. And it's a Smokey. Oh, you're not happy to be held right now? What do you see out there? Okay, I'm sorry. I am so sorry to have disturbed you. Okay, so yeah, we can do white clay, or we can do like marbled with my red and white. That's what I was throwing with last night. It was pretty fun. Whatever's easiest. Alright, let's do some marbled then. I'm really liking this marbled look. And it'll become a lot cleaner once this gets trimmed up. Alrighty. Let's see. How's going to be the best way to do this? Probably like this, I would think. Maybe. Now we're a little off. We're a little off tilt here. Is that going to be low enough though? Probably not. Yeah, I don't actually have a wedging table, dudes. So, just kind of working with what we got. We'll have to come all the way down, I think. Let's do it like that. Let's see. So that gives us, yeah, that's a better height, I think. I'll put you guys right here. I'm just going to slide my wheel out of the way here. And this doof. Smokes, what are you doing? There we go. Gotta clean off this table. It's getting muddy. Alright, got this board. Cool. So I do a type of wedging called stack and slam. And it's where you cut it in half and you slam each piece down, and every single time you do that, you double the amount of layers that you have. And it just gets smoother and smoother as you go. Yep, this is my first and only wheel I've ever owned. It's called the Speedball Artista. I got it shipped to me new from Speedball for $450 5 years ago. And I think now they are like $600. So, yay inflation. But yeah, this wheel has given me no problems. Just recently have I noticed that the wheel head is a bit loose. So I do have to figure out and really diagnose what's going on there. But, yeah, it's treated me phenomenally otherwise. So, definitely a good wheel. I'm not disappointed with that choice whatsoever. I just got to grab my wire. So I constructed this thing out of PVC pipe and some wire. It's kind of falling apart now because it's old, but I use this wire to cut the piece in half. And it just kind of streamlines the process for me. But like I said, it's falling apart. Let me grab some clay for you guys and we'll get started here. So what we got right here is M390 or M370, excuse me, from Plainsman Clays. It's their whiteware, white clay body, not extra grogged, but very nice to throw with, even on its own. What wheel did you get? Yeah. Cool. And let me go grab some of my red. This is a bag of some of my red reclaim that I've added sand to from the beach. And what that sand does is, so this is reclaimed. You can see how soft this is. It's so much softer than like this clay right out of the bag. But there's also sand in here, and that allows the pots to kind of withstand the firing a bit better. Because as clay gets fired, it shrinks, and if you have sand in there or ground up pot that's already been fired, that kind of thing, material that won't shrink, it makes the clay, it does dry the clay out a little bit, makes it a bit more rigid, but that rigidity allows it to be fired in the barrel a bit better. So I'm going to use this for some sand to add to the white, and it'll create a nice red and white marbled look too. So we'll get going on that now. Move this bag out of the way here. And so how I'm going to start is I'm just going to take this and use this wire tool and chop this piece in half. Okay? And then so now we stack and slam. So slam that down. And then I'm going to take some of this red, flatten it out into like a patty. And then I'm going to slap that down. Let's get that centered a bit more. There we go. And then I'm going to take this piece and rotate it and alter and flip it. So the layers like kind of twist as you're stacking and slamming. And we'll slam that down. And then I just like to kind of square it up a little bit here. And then we do that again. So we're going to cut it in half. And now you can see we have one line of red in there. But we slam, flip, slam, right? And when we cut it again, you'll see we now have two. So we just doubled the amount of layers that we have. Now we're going to slam this down, rotate and slam it, square it off a little bit, just to kind of keep everything contained. Cut it in half. Now we doubled it up to 4. Slam it, cut it, 8, slam it, cut it, 16, slam it, cut it, 32, and so on. And you can do this until you have, 2 million layers of clay. It's really however much you want. Now we're going for the marbled look, like I said, so we could keep going until these clays pretty much meld together entirely, and it'll just create like a nice pink color. But I'm going to leave this pretty marbled, so I'm going to leave it like this. I'm going to chop it in half. We'll throw 2 pieces for you guys. Pick this clay up. Got to keep it in the bag so it doesn't dry out. And yeah, now we're going to get throwing. There are 2 balls. Hello. Oh, nice.
It's just.
Is it the same color too?
Yep, it's just slightly.
We'll get our wire out of the way.
Slightly bigger. I'm gonna go on a motorcycle ride with my dad.
Okay, be safe. There we go. Pull our wheel back. Position we like, and I'm gonna put you guys up here now, so you'll get a better view. How does that look for you guys? Mandy, back. Sorry, I'd leave for a sec. All good, Mandy. We were just wedging up some clay. We got our marbled red and white here. So yeah, we'll see what comes out of these. Is this a good angle for you guys? Can you see good? Add a bit of water here. Looking good, Joel? Alright, thank you. Awesome, Andy. Thanks for letting me know. Here are some completed pieces of mine right here that are all fired and I already have the liquid quartz on there. And then there's this monkey. Hopefully she doesn't knock this shelf over. That would be a tragedy. Alright, let's see. Oh, I gotta go turn the power onto the porch real quick, guys. Wheel won't work without power. Although, on Monday, I'm going over to Vermont to pick up a free kick wheel from the University of Vermont. The studio there is getting rid of it, so... Yeah, sorry, she's really getting into it. Just cleaning off the wheel head there. We'll slam our clay down now. Seal it to the wheel head, so hopefully it doesn't move on us. And I've really been noticing that my wheel head is not stable because it's a bit difficult for me to center recently. I kind of have to put a little bit more effort into it to keep it in line. So I definitely got to look into that because it's not ideal. Not ideal in the slightest. But pots with a little bit of an angle have a little bit of extra character, I think. So we're coning up now, and then we'll come back down. Trying to direct all that clay towards the center of the wheel. And compressing. I'm gonna do one more cone here, just to make sure our clay is as aligned as possible. Trying to keep my wheel head as clean as I can. It also allows me to use a bit less water when I just reuse the wet clay that's on the wheel. And the less water you use, you know, I don't want to necessarily say the better, but it is better to not use a lot of water. So see what I mean? Like this clay body just does not want to sit in the center of the wheel for me, and I think it's because when I'm putting pressure on my wheel, the wheel head is slightly angling itself. Just trying to push all that clay out into my hand, all the uncentered clay. And now we're gonna dig in. We started to dry up, so we're gonna add some more water. Alright, now we're going to pull out a little bit. Just cutting across that bottom there. And now I'm going to come back in. It's a bit deeper than what I want, so I'm just going to try to pull out some more of that clay out towards the walls. And I'm going to compress the bottom too, because we don't want our bottoms to crack. So just running my thumb and pointer finger across the bottom, even pressure, just compressing it. And I'm creating a nice rounded opening for the drain hole so the water wants to flow out and not get trapped inside. I believe we wanted to see planters, so I'm throwing a planter. Oh no, my bottom has a big crack. No, Joel! Might want to work on that, reducing that crack. Big L. Alright, now we're coming up and pushing all the clay up in towards the center, creating that volcano. Beautiful. And now I can slow the wheel head down because we're going to be pulling up the walls. Yeah, Joel, I got you. Didn't get a whole lot of height on that pull. I was more or less just evening out the walls. Yeah, I know. Smokey was giving them a show while I had to go turn on the power.
No, it is new. You're not blind.
We dried out a little bit on the outside there. That's why we started to get that wobble. We just catch that little caterpillar and draw it all the way up. And I can feel we're getting a little thin at the top here. Press that lip a little bit. Get some of this extra clay water out of the bottom. Yeah, Mandy, this is going to be a flower pot. Where's my rib? There we go. Now we're going to stretch this wall out. And I'm pushing the clay into the rib. And this also compresses the walls. And now you can really kind of see that marbled texture, marbled pattern coming through. I'm going to flare this lip out a little bit. Take a step back here, just take a look at the form. I'm liking this form. I'm going to take this spade kind of shaped tool. Scrape any of that extra clay from the bottom. Just kind of clean that up a little bit. For my previous live stream though, I really liked carving these, so I am going to leave a little extra clay down at the bottom there. Now I just got to get whatever water we have out of here. There we go. Just cleaning up the inside a little bit. Smooth out our rim. And I'd say it's a pretty decent flower pot right there. Let me just wipe off my hands and I'll get it up so I can show you guys. Use the wire tool, wire it off. I did not throw this one on a bat, so I'm going to have to take it off with my hands. With the drain hole. Sorry, I had to make room on my shelf real quick. Oh, Nick and Jess went live. Awesome. Well, I'm sure I'll be tuning in over there once I finish up here. Yeah, the marbling. I do like the marbling. And obviously you can get a lot more dramatic with it too. I just did a quick little stack and slam. I didn't know how long you guys would really want to watch me wedge clay, so... Yeah, and when it comes out of the kiln, it's really cool too. Like, this one here is a fired marbled pot, so you can see it still picked up some of those black marks. The red and white, it almost reminds me of, is it Venus? But pretty cool. Saturn, that's it. Yeah. Trying to smack this into a bit of a ball shape. You guys want to see another planter, or is there something particular? Oh, nice sauce, man. Oh, bye, Heavenly. See you later. Anything in particular y'all want to see? Or I can just throw another planter. Havenly. Havenleen. Ayo. Oh, geez. Yeah, I think they did mention that they were going to be doing their kiln this weekend. They were going to try to stream it. Pushing this right down into center. Haven Lean. That's right, Joel. That's the name. That's the rapper name. She better get on it with Bloodleaf now. Sauceman, Nick and Jess are Swan City Ceramics out of Florida. Super sweet people. Alright, y'all didn't say anything, so I'm just making another planter. Oh, nice sauce, man. Compressing that bottom now. Yeah, I don't have really any orders at the moment right now, so I'm just kind of throwing for me. There's a plant shop in town that opened recently, so I'm throwing these planters to bring to her and see if she would like any. If she's interested in any, selling to her or something. How's my audio inside with the wheel running? Are you guys able to hear me okay and clearly? I definitely will be getting one of those clip-on mics, but hoping I still sound okay for now. This one's a little off, but it'll be okay. There we go. Cleaning it up a bit now. Gonna get the extra water out of the bottom. Scoop up whatever's left in there. Touch up the rim. There we go. Take our spade tool again. Sound is good. A little bit of the wheel sound, but not bad. Okay. Thank you. That's really good to know. I appreciate it. Very similar shape that we just threw. But you never know if it will survive the barrel, so doesn't hurt to have the extra. Drop a piece of clay on the ground. I need to mount the studio probably later today anyway, so. Alright, I think I'm happy with that. I was just taking a step back, getting down, looking at the pot on its level to get a better idea of the shape that you have. We're going to wire it off and I'll lift it up to show you guys. Okay, Mom. I'm actually probably going to be ending stream soon here, so thank you for chilling. I appreciate it. Alrighty. Let me just clean my hands off real quick, and I'll actually just bring you guys to the pot. I'm going to leave it on here because I don't really have the shelf space for it right now. There it is. I went for that nice, sharp, bulky rim at the top. And this one also has that drain hole at the bottom. But also got some pretty good marbling in there. So, yeah. And let's see, here's the other one. There's the other one that we just threw. That line will get cleaned up after. That won't be staying there. But pretty nice. Here's some stuff that we got going on, waiting to go in the kiln. This stuff is all fired down here. This stuff right here is porcelain. It's called polar ice, and it actually turns transparent after it's fired. So that's not one that I made. Fortunately, those are some broken fish. Smokey broke all my fish. But yeah. Before we end up here, let's go take one more look at the barrel. Alrighty. Gosh, it's such a gorgeous day out today. Yeah, so I can still see the heat coming off of it here. I don't know if that'll show up on camera, but yeah, from about here, I can feel the heat. So it's definitely burning through. It's about halfway burned through, it seems, right now. So yeah, still gotta let that sit for, quite a few more hours. I keep trying to ask you a question, but I think it's being auto modded. It's not even, I guess so, because it doesn't even let me see it. Is there a way that you can try to word it, or maybe send it in a couple different messages instead of all together? Maybe it's like YouTube's thinking the context, or taking, I don't know. What is your, here we go, drum roll, favorite part? Okay. Of the why would that get auto modded? Favorite part of the process. Now that's a hard one, because I really do enjoy almost every single step. So I love wheel throwing. Being on the wheel, experimenting on the wheel, all that is super enjoyable. I love it. But there's just something about the barrel fires, and I think I have to go with that. I think the firing, having to tend to the fire, try to keep everything in check. I think that's probably my favorite part, for sure, is the firing. Despite how much I love throwing, I think the firing is my favorite part. Or the what? I guess there is one more thing that we can do before we end, dudes. Let me grab my little tripod here. There we go. Satisfying is being modded. Interesting. Maybe I can go in and unrestrict some words, maybe. Head now. How are you wearing a jacket and jeans? Oh, because you're getting on the motorcycle?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said it was a little bit chillier going 60, so...
Yeah, probably. Joel is unable to type satisfying. That one.
I'll be back.
So I would say wheel throwing is the most satisfying, and firing is my favorite. That you will be there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, wheel throwing, definitely most satisfying. And, the firing, barrel firing is the most enjoyable for me. So what we're doing now is we're gonna set up some reclaim to start getting that drying. What I have here, are plaster. This was one piece at one point. Plaster bat, and it just kind of helps draw the moisture out of the clay. So first step is we gotta get our drill, and we gotta drill this bucket of slop up so it's more consistent. And I got this little paddle attachment, so let's start there. Had to hang with Jess and Nick for a sec. Okay, Mandy. I mean, once I end stream, I'll probably be popping into their stream too. So I'll see you over there. Joel, I was like, why isn't he answering this question? Did I offend him? Then I saw it wasn't showing up in the overlay. Oh, hey, I guess that's nice to have. I'm gonna have to work on this overlay too. I don't want it to like keep going. Like I would like it to disappear. So I'll have to play around with this stuff. Obviously, this is the first one that I'm doing cheating mobile, I guess. But no, definitely didn't offend me, buddy. Not in the slightest. I'm quite an easygoing guy. Can't really offend me. Creepy dude outside by neighbors. Sorry, Zoe just sent me a text. Well, I don't see no creepy dude outside by the neighbors, but locked my door anyway. Grab this chair. Grab this bucket of clay. Golly. Oh, Mandy, he doesn't want these guns. These fists of fury right here. Smokes, I need my drill. Thank you. Here, actually, let me... Sorry guys, Smokey was getting into something that she very well knows that she should not be getting into. So I'm just going to take her drill. Come on. There we go. Maybe he does. Oh, hey Brad. How's it going, man? Smokey. I need you to... Here, let me get this. Smokey. Smokey. You can get up there now. Got my drill set to 2. And it's probably going to be loud for a minute, so just bear with me. Have you guys ever seen those videos of the guys who like take the crust busters or whatever he calls them and like pump out people's sewage tanks? Yeah, you know where I'm going with that. Yeah, Mandy, I'm about to have my hands all up in here, too. Brad, we're making a whole, like, pottery guild going on right now. Chocolate rain. Might try, but others feel the same chocolate rain. Ah, I got sprayed. True that, sauce man. True that. Here we go. Oh. Alright, so now we take the slop and put the slop on the bats. Normally I would do this outside, but I don't really know about Creepy Guy. Alright, let's get into this. I kind of only want to use one hand so I don't get both of my hands all sloppy. Yep, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Oops. Made a little bit of a mess on that one. There we go. Just spilled over the side a little bit. Once this firms up a bit, I'll be moving it outside. But yeah. I'm strong. Also SJM. Raw. Are we rawing at the creepy dude or what? Do you think if I make myself look more crazy than creepy dude, he'll leave me alone? So there is sand from the beach that I have mixed into this bucket too. I didn't add any more because I did add quite a bit the other day when I did my last reclaim batch, which I did some recording on. So I will probably be making a more in-depth video about my reclaim process. But you're kind of getting a first, this is really it. Doesn't really get much more in-depth than this. You just let it dry out, and then once it's to the consistency that you need, you take it off and you wedge it up and you're ready to throw with it. The raw asserts dominance, absolutely. You struggling to lift the bucket? No. I'm just being dramatic. See? I don't know if that showed up on camera, but I was lifting it with one hand. Sauce man. You struggling to lift the bucket, bro? Alright, that's a pretty good batch of reclaim right here. So, we'll just let that sit now. Alrighty, dudes. Well, ha, got him. Yeah, that's right. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. We got the barrel loaded. We did some throwing. Yeah, I know, Joel. He's probably so slathered in sauce he can't even lift up the bucket. Greasy fingers. But yeah, I mean, we did some throwing, we did some firing, did some reclaiming. Very productive stream, I'd say. It was a good couple hours, and I appreciate all y'all for joining in. Joel, special thanks to you for posting on the Discord for me. I was so caught up in all the other stuff, I didn't even think to do that, so shout out to you, man. Super appreciate it. You guys, have already checked out each other's channels, but for those who tune into the VOD of this, go ahead and check out Fresh Cup of Joel's channel. Super cool stuff that he does over there. And yeah, thank you guys. Whoever's going over to Swan City's stream, I'll see you over there. I'm gonna clean up a little bit and have them on in the background. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining the first vertical. I'm glad I was able to finagle it. You too, Brad. Thanks for joining in. Sorry you caught me right at the end, but I appreciate you stopping by. See you later, Sauce Man. Peace out, buddy. And hopefully you guys can join me tomorrow. I'll be unloading that barrel tomorrow on the live stream. So if we want to see what exploded and what's going to survive, definitely turn on my notifications so you know. And I'll remember to post in the Discord too this time. Bye, Joel. Bye, all. I'm going to turn this off with my nose because I have one hand holding the phone and the other hand's all clay. So, bye-bye. And